All right, this next video is going to be about refunds and exchanges.
Let's suppose.
Suppose, for instance, this guy that we just sold this Queen Energized to calls back tomorrow and says that him and his wife changed their mind. They don't want the Energized. They now want to get the Queen Bliss. One thing that you should know about QuickBooks, it is recommended not to make any changes to invoices unless you're doing it the same day that you created it. Meaning, if this invoice was created yesterday, I don't need to go in here and alter this invoice. I need to do it properly as an exchange. There's really 3 different scenarios you're going to come into where we could potentially exchange merchandise, refund merchandise, so on and so forth. So this one's just going to be an exchange.
Now, but this does not happen very often. I mean, our standard
No.
policies don't permit for things like that.
Right.
But you don't want somebody leaving bad reviews and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
if push
and-
comes to shove and you have to do something, then this is...
Yeah, and normally this is for somebody bought a set of sheets and brings them back because they don't like the color, or realizes that right after they purchase something that they want to get a different mattress before they've even taken delivery or something like that. So an exchange is very easy. We would just create a new invoice for this customer.
So you're creating a whole new invoice for the
I'm
customer.
creating a new invoice, and I am going to, on the very first line,
He got the Energized before.
he bought an Energized, so that's the one that we're technically taking back. So I'm going to change the one to a -1.
Okay, so, wow, okay.
And they have decided that they want a Queen Bliss, so I'm going to, on the second line, put Queen Bliss memory foam mattress. All right. So literally, we are telling QuickBooks that we are taking back a Queen Energize and giving the customer a Queen Bliss.
And everything else that they got is normal.
It doesn't affect anything else that's on the original invoice.
Okay.
So it will do the math for you. It's going to tell you as a subtotal what the difference between those 2 prices are, what additional sales tax the customer has to pay, and what they owe us. And we save it just like a regular invoice and collect a payment. If you go in here and save it, you'll see it's now open, and you would simply go in and collect, say, a credit card payment for the difference. So they're paying the difference to upgrade their mattress to a different model.
Okay.
All right. Say on his initial invoice, he had a set of sheets that when he got home, his wife didn't care for them, didn't like the color. So we're simply going to do a refund for a set of sheets to that customer. Again, I'm going to do, in this particular case, I'm going to do a refund. For whatever reason, it's a quirk with QuickBooks. It does not give you that option under the green drop down. To do a refund receipt, you have to go to the plus mark up here at the top. And we're going to do a refund receipt. We do this exactly the same way we do an invoice. You type in the customer's name. All the information is the same. You are going to do whatever we're refunding them. If we're crediting back their credit card, you do it as a credit card, and you do the exact same thing on deposited funds. So if it was for a set of sheets, it's the same exact thing. You put in your Queen sheets. And there is obviously something wrong in the settings of this particular QuickBooks, but you should have a total amount refunded down here.
So in our settings, when we set it up, we haven't set it up correctly.
Yeah, there's
yet.
something I need to look at. But and if you were doing this in your QuickBooks, it's going to tell you how much to refund the customer, and you simply give them credit back on their credit card for $46.87, and then you've got a refund for $46.87, and that's the only step that you do for that. It'll all match up to your credit card deposits, and you can do a refund for $46.87. The only scenario that really kind of throws you off is if you have to do an exchange where we owe the customer money and they don't owe us money. I'm not going to go through that because it happens very, very rarely. But what I will say is I have a Word document that is a step-by-step instruction for the 3 different scenarios for different types of refunds and exchanges, step by step on how to do each one, and I would be happy to email it to anybody that wants it.
He gives that to all of our employees so that when they have a situation arise, they don't have to call him. They can just refer to that sheet. And if you guys want that, we can send that to you also. Thanks.